If you're sitting there in 2026 wondering which programming language you should learn, I want to start by saying something that might sound a little uncomfortable. You're probably asking the wrong question, not because languages don't matter. They do, but because the way people learn to code has changed completely over the last few years, and most advice online is still stuck in an older version of the world. A few years ago, learning to code mostly meant learning syntax. You memorized rules, you memorized functions, you tried to remember how everything was spelled and structured, but today, that's no longer the main challenge. We now have AI tools that can write code, explain code, debug code, and even build large parts of applications for us. So naturally, people ask, if AI can write code, do I even need to learn coding? And the answer is yes, but not in the way most people think. Because in 2026, the most valuable skill is no longer typing code. It's understanding what software actually is. The people building great products today aren't winning because they memorized syntax. They're winning because they understand systems, data, and problems deeply enough to direct both code and AI. So let's break down how I would learn coding from scratch today and what actually matters now. For decades, beginners started with the same question: Python or JavaScript, Java or C++. And for a long time, that made sense. Languages felt like the hard part. But that world has changed. If you've used tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Cursor, or Copilot, you've already seen it. AI can translate code between languages almost instantly. So the bottleneck is no longer syntax. The bottleneck is thinking, which means the question has changed. It's no longer, what language should I learn? It's, what do I need to understand to build software? Because languages change, tools evolve, AI improves. But fundamentals, real fundamentals, stick around. That said, if I had to start somewhere, I'd still pick Python. Not because it's special, but because it gets out of your way. Python isn't the best language. It's just one of the least painful ways into programming. It reads like English, it has endless resources, and most AI tools default to it first. But more importantly, it lets you focus on thinking, not fighting syntax. And that's the real goal. Because you're not trying to become a Python developer. You are trying to understand how software works. If you strip away all the complexity, every piece of software does the same thing. It takes information in, it stores information, it transforms information, and that's it. Instagram, data. Spotify, data. ChatGPT, data. Different products, same foundation. Everything revolves around how information is structured and manipulated. Lists, dictionaries, sets, these are just ways of organizing reality inside a computer. You don't need to obsess over them immediately, but you do need to internalize this. Software is data in motion. Once that clicks, everything else gets easier. Now, one of the biggest beginner blocks is this feeling that code is magic. Well, it isn't. Computers are extremely literal. They do exactly what you tell them, line by line, in order. Think of it like a recipe. If step 1 is wrong, everything after it breaks. Programming is just a sequence of instructions being executed precisely. Once you understand that, debugging stops feeling like guesswork. It becomes a process. Find the step where reality diverged from expectation, fix it, and move on. Now, most beginners learn coding in a single file. Real software doesn't work like that. Think about building a house. You don't put everything in one room. You separate systems, software is the same, different files handle different responsibilities like input, logic, data, external services, AI calls. This is called modularity, and it quietly separates beginners from professionals. Because clean structure doesn't just help humans understand code, it also helps AI understand your project better. A common beginner instinct is, I should build everything myself. But that's not how modern software works. Nobody builds everything from scratch. We use libraries, we use APIs, we use tools that already exist. Trying to do everything manually is like building a car from raw metal every time you need to drive somewhere. The goal is not more code, the goal is better solutions. If I could fast track one skill for beginners, it would be Git. Think of it like a save system for your code. Every meaningful change gets recorded. If something breaks, you can go back in time. It also becomes the foundation for working with other people and AI-assisted workflows. AI writes code, Git manages evolution, both matter. Most beginners focus on writing code. Professionals spend just as much as time reading it, especially now when AI can generate large chunks instantly. If you cannot read code, you can't verify it. And if you can't verify it, you don't really understand what you've built. So get used to this. Open real projects, trace the flow, follow how the data moves. That's where the real understanding forms. Okay, now let's see what vibe coding actually means. Vibe coding is one of the most misunderstood ideas in modern programming. It's not ask AI to build everything for you. That's outsourcing thinking. Real vibe coding is this. You understand the system well enough to guide AI through it. AI handles speed, you handle direction. It's the combination that matters. AI is not the architect. It's the fastest construction crew you've ever seen. But you still need the blueprint. Now, let's say we want to build an AI document summarizer. User uploads a file, AI returns a summary. That's the goal. Step 1. Define the problem clearly. What are we building? Who is it for? How do we know it works? Step 2. Design the system. What components exist? UI, database, AI model, or storage? Then step 3. Set up structured and initialize Git. Step 4. Build the smallest working version. Not the perfect version, the smallest one. Can we take input and produce output? If yes, you've already built something real. Everything else is expansion. Then you iterate. Use AI as a partner, ask questions, break things intentionally, fix them, ship early, improve constantly, build, ship, learn, repeat. That loop is the actual skill. Not tutorials, not theory, just looping. Now, what would I do in my first 90 days? Well, if I had to restart from zero, I'd follow a simple progression. Weeks 1 to 2, learn Python basics, just enough to understand variables, loops, and function. Week 3 to 4, learn data structures plus problem solving. Start thinking in patterns, not syntax. Then the second month, build small projects like calculator, to-do list, weather app, anything real. Then, on month 3, build one real system with AI, something that uses APIs, data, and a simple interface. Not to master everything, but to finally see how the pieces connect. Now, if you forget everything else, remember this. Learning to code in 2026 is not about memorizing syntax. It's about understanding systems. AI has changed how we write code. It has not changed why software exists, because someone still has to decide what are we building, why are we building it, and how should it work. That's the real skill. Not writing code, but thinking in systems. And the people who learn that will not just keep up with AI. They'll use it to build things that didn't exist before. So stop waiting, pick something small and start building. That's it for this video. If you found this helpful, do like, share and comment. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.